Hi, I'm Holly Cates, personal stylist and style coach extraordinaire.
Hi, I'm Nolan Meter, celebrity stylist, shopping messiah, and accessory addict.
We are the best friends that you never knew that you needed. We are the industry insiders and fashion's odd couple. In both of our everyday lives and at industry events, we see the best and unfortunately the worst in clothing and style. We are fashion partners in crime dedicated to stopping the most heinous of all fashion crimes on the street, the runways, and beyond.
Join us as we take you inside our world, spilling the secrets of our experiences in the industry and inside our minds, judging people in the most loving way possible, most of the time, and stopping fashion criminals dead in their crocs. It's more important than just the do's and don'ts. Jump on the Hot Mess Express as we teach you how to be your best and most stylish self.
Hey, this is Holly Cates, your favorite personal stylist and the only Holly you need to know. This is a Fashion Crimes podcast. Today, we are talking to Nolan, my best gay, my stylist, my rock. How you doing, Nolan?
I am running on fumes.
Running on fumes. He was out super late last night at the after parties for the Met Gala.
I was indeed.
We are going to get all the dish on that. In addition to who we loved, who we didn't love so much, who I didn't understand. He's a very good teacher telling me that was a political statement. That was why she wore this. That was why she wore that. It just looked somewhat fucking weird to me, but we're going to talk about who I like too. So Nolan, how was your night last night?
My night was amazing. I actually started just chilling and relaxing and doing a face mask so that my face looked nice and glowy for the parties. And so I sat and watched the red carpet and the arrivals. Because usually if I'm in New York, I'll go to the Mark Hotel or the Carlisle or whatever. But it just with COVID and with everybody else, I'm like, I didn't want to be there. I wanted some time to chill. I'd, been working all day and I knew I was going out for the parties. So I just sat and looked. And honestly, I enjoyed this. This was not my favorite Met Gala. The theme was America. I think it was called America, a Lexicon of Fashion. And it was, it talks about American style and, both the history of it and the future of it. And Anna Wintour gave a really interesting interview with Robin Roberts about how all of the established American designers who were attending this year had to sponsor an emerging designer as well in order to come. And so, Tom Ford and Tommy Hilfiger and Michael Kors and Tory Burch all had to sponsor young American talent to come with them, which I thought was a great idea. I thought that was a really nice way to embrace new talent and talk about the future of American fashion as well. So that made me happy. I liked that idea. I thought that was nice.
She's such a giver.
One could say that, theoretically. Having been in her presence recently, it's it's terrifying. Anyway, she's a very intimidating person.
Yes. She's a woman of few words. Let's just say
and
that.
Many glares.
Yeah.
And many glares.
Okay. So let's talk about who we liked and who we didn't like. You start.
My favorite, and she was very on theme. It was I hate when people don't dress on theme for the Met Gala. It's so annoying. It's like, fuck you. You had one job.
Right.
Which, you can go funky. You can do something different with it. You can have a different interpretation, but just to do the exact opposite. Like when, the theme was camp and you just had, supermodels wearing skin tight silk, Versace dresses with slits up to their pubic bone. There's nothing campy about that. It's whorish. And it's fine. You're a supermodel. I get it. You're stunning. You have an insane body, but it's not fucking on brand or on theme, whatever. So my favorite of all was Kaya Gerber, Cindy Crawford's daughter, who, Kaya is now a supermodel in her own right.
Mm-hmm.
But last night for me sort of was the marking point of she's not Cindy Crawford's daughter anymore. And she's not just the celebrity kid or the model. She is she's a style icon in her own right. She wore this black Oscar de la Renta ball gown with the teensiest waist and this almost looked like floral kind of trim, lacy. I don't know if it was lace or it was silk trim at the top, that covered, her chest. And it was just stunning. Her hair was perfect. It was slightly curled. It was cut just above the shoulder. She just looked incredible. She looked just like her mother, which was so terrifying, was how similar she looked to her mother. But that dress was.
Do you think Anna Wintour was on theme in her Oscar gown? Very floral, very springy.
Yes. And
I love the print. I love that she wore Oscar. She usually wears Chanel. This is the first year in my memory, in recent memory, that she's not worn Chanel. So I think that's really great. And also someone pointed out to me that to the 2001 Met Gala, she wore a vintage Balmain haute couture skirt that was designed by Oscar de la Renta because he was the creative director for Balmain for a period. And she wore that skirt, which was like a red brocade skirt with these ruffles at the bottom, to the 2001 Met Gala. And obviously she wore Oscar de la Renta last night. He's no longer with us, but the bottom half of her dress was cut the exact same way as that skirt she wore. So she did that as an homage to Oscar himself, who was one of her best friends. So she had them sort of recreate the bottom of something that he had, designed that she wore. So I thought that was really a very sweet little tribute that like you wouldn't notice just looking at it unless you knew the story. But I thought it was really sweet that she did that. I love florals. So
Gabrielle Union was by far my favorite.
She usually looks good though. I mean, every once in a while she looks like shit, but I appreciate the fact that she always tries. She always goes for it.
Looks like a queen. She looks like a princess. You were saying it took 1,400 hours to get this dress
made. Yeah, it's Iris Van Herpen haute couture. That is a bitch of a dress to make.
I mean, that is
it belongs in a museum.
Yes. Yeah. That to me looks like a museum piece.
And I mean, it probably costs more than a house in middle America. I mean, it's multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars, but
wow.
She looked ravishing.
I mean,
she really did. She looked incredible. Another person who wore white, who I thought looked amazing. Although again, I didn't find Gabrielle Union's dress to be particularly on theme. Maybe I just didn't get it. But I didn't get Emily Blunt's outfit either. I was like, this isn't very on theme. And I think it was Miu Miu. But she was wearing this crown that had stars in it. And someone said it was, something about, Americans have such a fascination and a loyalty to stars, obviously because they're on the flag and sort of like, the mentality of the American dream and shooting for the stars and all that. And I was like, okay, maybe it was a nod to that. But she looked absolutely breathtaking. Emily Blunt has never looked so good. I mean, she always looks good, but she looked incredible.
What do you think about AOC? Let's talk about her dress.
I loved it and I hated it, and I'll tell you why. I think it's incredibly, listen, I am, very liberal and progressive, but even I would have the sense if I had her platform not to go to the Met Gala. If you hate rich people so much and you should think they should be taxed all the time, why are you going to a dinner party that costs $35,000 a ticket? Like, that's just dumb.
I mean,
is she paying out of her pocket for her dress? No,
she said she borrowed it. That's what she said.
Yeah, but like, how do you then? Okay, but like, what she doesn't understand is by borrowing a dress, then the people who made the dress aren't necessarily getting paid right. You know what I mean? Or the brand is not making any money, so they have to dip into their own money to pay the people who made the dress. Do you know what I mean? So you're kind of perpetuating the problem that you hate so much by going to this party and wearing that dress. And also, read the fucking room. I mean, there's not a single person in that room who doesn't have fuck tons of money. Even Anna Wintour, who's progressive as fuck, her salary is $8 million a year? I agree. I think, I love the idea of Elizabeth Warren's wealth tax. I think that's brilliant. But like, girl, come on, read the room. Like it gave Republicans so much ammunition against her because it's
I agree with you.
It was just foolish. It was I'm like, you're smarter than this.
It's just interesting to me. I'm not surprised it was ballsy of her to do that. I mean, it definitely was ballsy. I'm not mad at her. I think she is so effortlessly gorgeous.
She is a beautiful person.
She is beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful.
And even I'm not as liberal as she is, but I just thought but she is not known for her fashion because she's very conservative. I just thought this was interesting. And like you said, there's no one in that room who probably even, I don't want to say pays taxes, but pays a lot of taxes. So that was not the correct place to wear that dress. But
no, it was just also, there was nothing special about the dress. She just painted tax the rich on the back. Like, come on. You know what I think really would have been funny is, if she knew who the executives were that were coming and like had a dress made out of their tax returns or something. I think that would have been fantastic. Or like the people that we know use like undocumented workers and don't pay them well, like use their workers' visa applications or something. I think that would have been fantastic. That would have been the biggest fuck you ever. But instead she just went like low brow and low budget. And I like, if you're going to troll people, commit to it. Like really commit to it. A dress made of Elon Musk's ridiculous tweets. Or something, like
that would have been that would have been, but yeah, give me more.
The tax returns would have been fantastic.
That would have been really funny. Nolan and I just got in a fight because one of my favorite looks is Lourdes Leon, who is Madonna's daughter.
She looks like the genie from Aladdin.
But she looks so good. I mean,
but there's nothing American about that. I mean, there's nothing fabulous about. I mean, does she look attractive? I think so, but it's not. That's not Met Gala. You know what I mean? Met Gala is not about being sexy, sexy, sexy all the time. That's not what the Met Gala is. The Met Gala is to push fashion boundaries, really commit to something.
She just looks like a belly dancer to me.
She does.
She looks like a belly dancer, but whatever. I mean, and it looks like her hair is real. Like she is not, I mean, maybe she has some pieces in there, but who knew? I mean, my God, I had no idea she was such a woman now. I don't know what she does for a living. If
She's
anything.
Madonna's daughter. That's enough of a job.
I know, exactly. And Taylor Hill, who you said was...
She's a model. I believe she's talking about, it's like a dusty blue dress.
Yes, it is giving me life, this dress.
So that's Atelier Versace. Again, it's beautiful, but it's the whole model thing. I don't fucking get it. We get it. You're sexy. We get it. You have a great body. You're choosing to wear like the least American garment you can find. Although maybe it's like the idea of like the American supermodel, all of them used to wear Versace. So maybe it was a nod to that, but I don't know. I just don't know.
Okay. So Rihanna it's something about sleeping, like because people are sleeping on Black designers. That was what it was about, I think. And then Rocky wore a blanket and somebody said he looked like Captain Crunch.
Oh, dear God. That's unfortunate.
So, but again, she looked very elegant to me, but there was some kind of a statement that was made about
Rihanna very rarely doesn't hit it on the head. Rihanna always looks good.
Yeah. Gorgeous.
Was it the most exciting thing I saw last night? No, but I thought she looked fabulous and I loved the commentary.
Do you want to talk about your boyfriend, Shawn Mendes?
All I could think of was, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Date Night with Tina Fey and Steve Carell.
Okay.
And they go to Tina Fey's like ex-client's house and it's Mark Wahlberg and he's shirtless the whole time. And they're like having a conversation. In the middle of the conversation, Steve Carell just goes, "For the love of God, will you put on a fucking shirt?" And that's all I could think of when I saw it. Shawn Mendes, listen, I saw him backstage the other day at the VMAs.
I'm 80% happy for you. Yes.
He is extremely attractive.
He is not hard to look at.
He is not hard to look at. You would not kick him out of bed for eating crackers.
I would not. And let's
I would
be
not
honest.
either.
I mean, I think this works for him. I
do too, but I'm like, what happens when you're inside? Aren't you going to get a little chilly when you're trying to eat your soup?
Got a little nipplage there.
Well, no, he's got I just think you're going to get cold.
I love Casey Musgraves so much.
Oh, she looked like shit.
She
phoned it in. That was a sad hand job. She's like, "I'm going to go to Macy's. I'll be back."
She makes me so happy in seeing this. What is she wearing? A crop sweater? Nolan, do I have that sweater? I mean, I think I do.
Probably. You probably have that sweater.
And those boots. And she's wearing a silver skirt, which is very low on her waist. Fine, but it looks like it doesn't look Met Gala to me. It's supposed to be the best of the best of the best.
This is give me your best, do your best, give me the most.
Yes.
And she was...
It was met at best. I mean, and she was lucky she got to go, but it just was really surprising to me. I mean, she should have been. It's just very surprising to me. So you had to explain the Kardashians to me because I didn't get it. So
Kris Jenner looked like crap. I love Kris Jenner. I've met her several times. She's a lovely person. She's very glamorous. This was not her best look. It was just boring. It wasn't enough. Kim Kardashian, I think now I haven't heard her make a statement, but my assumption is her black shroud is, a political statement about, controlling women's bodies and everything. Maybe, that's what I sell it as, because otherwise she just may need to take some time and think about herself. But if that's what it really was, then it's a brilliant statement. But
but how could she see? How could she eat?
I did see someone say, this is my second least favorite after that time she wore Givenchy and looked like a sofa, which was very funny.
I just don't. How can she see? And why is she covering her face? I know
I think it has to be social and political commentary. It has to. I mean, if not, maybe she's just fucking weird.
Can we talk about fucking weird? Can we just talk about Kristen Stewart for a minute? Because she is so fucking weird.
It's exhausting.
She's
an awkward bastard.
She's an awkward bastard. Again,
my dear friend Jean's line she taught me, and that's very fitting for her. She's just weird. She is fucking weird. I don't want to be friends with her. I don't want to know her. I feel like she needs a shower.
She's just, whatever her shtick is, that's what it is. We look at Shawn
Chanel
Mendes.
pays her a fuck ton of money.
That's it. Right. So
well, I look at Shawn Mendes and I'm like, I think I need my eyes to be healed.
So is she wearing Chanel? Of course. Okay, so she is.
She gets paid to wear Chanel. She gets paid a lot of money to wear Chanel. And the issue is Virginie Viard, who is Karl Lagerfeld's second in command, is Karl Lagerfeld. She's the Coke Zero. She's the Diet Coke version of Karl Lagerfeld. And so she has none of the magic. And commercially, her clothes sell quite well, so Chanel has kept her. But creatively, it's terrible, and the styling is always terrible. She does very little that impresses me. And I didn't see a single person wearing Chanel last night that I thought looked good.
And my favorite is Haley Steinfeld.
Yeah, the dress was beautiful. I had an issue with the hair and makeup.
It looked like butterfly wings on a flower, like she looked like a princess. It was short. It was feathery. It was so whimsical and beautiful to me.
Well, I think she is beautiful. I don't know why her skin was magically 14 shades darker. That rubbed me the wrong way a little.
Maybe she got a bad spray tan.
She did not go on vacation before this. Like, it was not like a little bit of a darker color. This was like it made me feel a little uneasy. Like, maybe this is insensitive. And her eyes, like, they did something to her eyes. Like, she just didn't look like herself. She looked like she'd had like a weird facelift and like some bad makeup. It was just weird. But her dress was stunning.
Nolan, did she go to Sephora and get her makeup done?
No.
Maybe.
The girls at Sephora, I'd do it well.
Listen, Winnie Harlow is giving me life.
I saw her at the VMAs the other night.
I mean, I'm telling you, she to me looks like a queen. I mean, and she's wearing a pantsuit, but she looks like a queen. The tulle, the pattern, the pattern on her face, it just all goes. She is just stunning to me. Stunning.
Well, the things that I loved that also kind of bothered me was like, it is no secret. I vehemently dislike Kendall Jenner. I have had 2 personal interactions with her. Both times she's been incredibly rude.
I'm looking at her dress now.
I've seen her be incredibly rude to others. I've heard that she is nasty. It does not surprise me. But the first time I was introduced to her was in a very small room with a very, I was very much the least important person in that room by quite a huge margin. I was a nobody and everyone else was like A-list celebrity, right? She wouldn't even look up from her phone when our mutual friend introduced us. I was like, okay, fuck you. Like, she's just so rude. And I don't care if you have anxiety. That's her excuse. I have anxiety. No, then don't be an asshole. Don't go out in public. Then. Like, if you have anxiety, like, don't be an asshole. Like, if you can't take it, then like, don't do your job. But this is the best she's ever looked. I mean, this dress, and I do not like Matthew Williams at all. He's too edgy for me. I don't like him at Givenchy. I think it's really just not the right fit for him. I think if he wanted to do Givenchy menswear, maybe, but for women, I don't like it. He knocked this out of the park. I never thought he would be able to do couture effectively because I didn't think that he was necessarily a designer of that caliber, because you can design streetwear a lot easier than you can design haute couture, because haute couture is a different level. And this dress is phenomenal. I mean, she looks beautiful. I still don't want to hang out with her.
Right. And
it pains me to say this, but the bitch looks stunning.
But does she look better than Jennifer Lopez and Ralph Lauren?
I love that she wore Ralph Lauren. I love J-Lo, but here's the thing is, I thought she looked beautiful. I really did. I still don't think this is my favorite J-Lo Met look. I don't know why.
I fucking love this. Oh my God, with the hat. What are you saying to me right now?
Well, you have a thing for hats. You have an issue with hats.
Oh, she was just giving me absolute life. Okay, please tell me what's wrong with Justin Bieber. Please tell me what's wrong with him.
He's now working with Balenciaga. Again, not my favorite.
I mean,
I thought his wife looked beautiful. I still think she has the personality of a wheat thin, but she looked beautiful.
Okay, but like at the VMAs, he had on a hoodie. Does he not want people to see him? Did he get in a fight? Like, does he have a black eye? I'm confused.
I mean, I don't know. He's not my favorite human anyway, whatever. I'm trying to think who else was.
Okay, Frank Ocean, whoever this is, and his baby was painted green. Okay, Queen.
Yeah, I mean, it was weird. Like, and then there were some other weird ones. Like,
this is Ciara. She wore a green dress that kind of looked like a football jersey, but
yeah, because her husband's a football player. I thought that was very Americana. I was
kind of here for it. I mean,
it's in my favorite, but I got it. I understood it, and I liked that it was kind of on theme. It was cool. I get it. I don't think it's that fabulous. I don't think she's all that in a bag of potato chips, but she looked good.
I mean,
I've seen her look better.
Kris Jenner, she's wearing half dress, half pants. I see why you don't like it. I get it.
Well, I mean, Cara Delevingne had a chorus on it that said "peg to patriarchy," which honestly, that was a lot.
Ugh.
And, Troye Sivan, I know you were confused by, but I sort of loved the fact it was, I think a very important statement on the future of, fashion, not just America, but worldwide, of, sort of gender fluid fashion. And,
you're talking about the skinny guy and the tank dress.
He wore a tank dress from, I think it's Altuzarra and Rick Owens' Kiss Boots. He is a singer, a very talented singer.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Didn't know who he was, but it just looks weird. Like he almost has a nipple out and then he has like like an arm bracelet on, like Freddie Mercury.
I get that to most people, it would just look very weird and out of place.
Yes.
But I think it's a cool statement on, hopefully the future of American fashion, which, sort of allows people to just wear what they want regardless of norms. I kind of like that.
What'd you think about Eva Chen and Christopher
John Rogers? I kind of love the dress. I kind of hate the dress.
I love it and I get it. I think this is so cool and different. It kind of looks like a kite.
I just feel like it's not a flattering dress on her.
I agree with you. I definitely.
She has a knack for picking unflattering dresses for the Met Gala because she's fabulous and she's so well dressed.
That was just strange to me, but I love the spirit of the dress.
I do too.
And
I agree with you.
That's what I get. That's
I
what
100%
I love.
agree with you.
And Carolyn B. Maloney, who is this? I don't know what she does.
I don't know her.
She's wearing something that says equal rights for women. And it looks like, she's older. She's
a congresswoman. My bad.
Yes.
I know. Yeah. She's the congresswoman. The name, usually I see it's Congresswoman Carolyn Maloney. Yes.
Yes.
So I thought I kind of loved it. Who else do we have?
Can we just talk about Simone Biles? It's really bothering me. It's keeping me up at night.
That was a train wreck.
I mean, so Aria made her dress and it is like she has this outer piece from like the 1800s that's giving her these wide hips. I'm sure it was Gorgina in person, but she is
too small for this dress.
She's such a tiny person.
That dress needs to be on someone who's 6 feet tall because there's so much fabric and so much shape and so much everything. It does not work. And I get it. I get what they were going for. It failed.
Yeah.
It fell flat. It fell flat. It did.
I mean, I don't even know how she held that up. I don't. It must have
been. The dress weighs more than she does.
That's what I'm saying. It must have been 40 pounds.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, Amanda Gorman, I'm looking at her. I can't. She looks so stunning. I mean, she's wearing all purple with like tulle. It almost looks like a wedding dress, but it is bright, bright purple. And she had this long braid. She looked stunning. Can we talk about Dan Levy?
He wore a piece from Loewe that was designed in collaboration with an artist. I get what he was going for. I thought it was cool. I didn't think it was. I just expected better. I was like, I wanted him to wear like a ridiculous custom Tom Brown outfit.
Yes.
That's what I wanted. And he didn't do it, which made me mad.
Seeing him in a skirt or a dress, I would have totally gotten the look. But this looks like he took a map and wrapped it around him as a blanket. It looks like a flotation device.
It does.
That's what it is. But anyway, we're going to get to your party. Tell us what happened. Don't leave out anything. Start from when the time you left. You got a turtleneck. Go.
Well, no. So I had to get a turtleneck because I threw on some jewelry and my favorite Balmain jacket and my Gucci loafers that are now kind of ruined and have to go to the cobbler tomorrow morning. And Laquan Smith was throwing one of the official after parties for the Met Gala. And I was very thankful to be invited this year. And so it was really exciting. I didn't know anybody else who was going. I ended up seeing some friends that I knew there once I got there, which was really sweet. But it was very far.
The address
didn't come until 2 hours before the party started.
Wow.
For security reasons, because this was, obviously a very high profile event and, very famous people ended up coming. So it was cool. It was in Brooklyn. So I ended up, I had dinner, I got dressed. I went and had a drink with some friends on Madison Avenue beforehand. And then I got in a car and I went to Brooklyn, and it was like deep into Brooklyn. It was like 40 minutes. It was far. And it was actually outside.
Wow.
The heavens had just, the whole party was outside, and the heavens had just opened. So like, it was like fresh after rain. And we get there and the whole block is closed off. And so my driver had to like be pulled over by the police. The police were questioning everybody. They're like,
wow.
we need to see your email. We need to see this. I'm like, and there wasn't even security. It was police. I'm like, oh my God. And so I get there, there are photographers everywhere. The check-in was like, it was like you were checking into the fucking White House, let me tell you. And one of them goes, I'm so sorry, I can't check you in at this table. We need to go to that table. And I was like, why? I don't know. Like, I'm not fancy, whatever.
Right.
Go to the other table. They're like, oh yeah, sorry, you're VVIP. We can only check you in here. I'm like, why am I important? I'm like, I didn't know I was VVIP. I mean, I'll take it, but I don't, I'm not that, I mean, I guess I am that fancy. So I got one of the gold wristbands. I was like,
wow, a gold wristband.
Like,
what does that mean?
Well, there was like a VVIP section where like all of the performers hung out, and, all the celebrities were hanging out, and, that was cool. But the sponsors, oh my God, it was sponsored by Barbara Sturm, the skincare, Baked by Melissa, the Only Cupcakes, Moet, the champagne company, and they were fabulous, fabulous. There was a champagne vending machine. There were towers of champagne bottles everywhere.
Amazing.
Johnny Walker, whiskey. Is that whiskey?
Bourbon.
I don't know. It's something Southern that I don't drink. Don Julio, 1942, which, oh my God, is the most dangerous tequila in the world because it's so fucking smooth. I ended up bringing a bottle of it home.
Okay. Don't leave it at our house.
I will not. Let me tell you, it's my favorite tequila. It was fabulous. I got there. I saw my friends. We took a bunch of pictures. Everyone was dressed so fabulously. And as the night went on, some more like Kehlani and A$AP Ferg and a bunch of rappers and everything all showed up. And so like some performed. This group that are famous on like TikTok called City Girls performed. It was fabulous. It was so much fun. And everybody, I mean, they were passing around joints on a serving tray.
No way.
With a waitress. I was like, this is hysterical. I was dying. It was so good. It was so much fun. And on my way home, my friend calls me and she's like, I'm still, there were a lot of parties. Alicia Keys threw one last night. Rihanna threw one. There was one at the Boom Boom Room. Balenciaga threw one.
So those people didn't go to the Met Gala. They had their own parties.
No, they all went to the Met Gala and they all throw their own after parties.
So your specific party did not have those celebrities.
Right. So like everybody, usually people go to 2 or 3 after parties.
I got you.
Like I have a friend who actually went to the Met Gala a couple years ago, and she went to Kim Kardashian's party. Then she went to, I think it was Gucci's party. Then she went to Harry Styles' party all in one night. And they, like, you get home at 6 a.m.
Who did you meet?
I met a couple of my editor friends and some fabulous people. Like Mae Musk was there, the supermodel and mother of Elon Musk.
Uh-huh.
She's fabulous. And on my way home, my friend calls me and she's like, I'm still at Balenciaga's party. It's still going. Like, please come. Like, I put your name on the list. Please come. I'm like, it's 3:30 in the morning. I'm going home. And I was also, I'd had a couple 1942s, so I was a little in the bag. And I get home and the bottom of my Gucci loafers are destroyed because the ground was wet.
Oh.
And so they're shredded, which kills me. So I have to take them to the cobbler tomorrow.
Annoying.
I know.
Thank God it wasn't raining.
I know. It was raining on my way there, but, and it was literally under a bridge. Like, it was so fabulous outside. They transformed it outside. There were light displays and cupcakes everywhere and champagne everywhere. It was fabulous.
Did they have any other food? That's very important.
Well, I had vegan food, which...
What?
It was sponsored. I was like, no, I'm good. It's a good thing I ate beforehand because I would have killed someone. No.
I'm sorry, Nolan. Excuse me. Where are those beef sliders?
I'm like, well, I don't want, tofurkey. Go fuck yourself. I don't want your tofurkey.
Oh, thank you anyway. But, I'll pass on the fake cheese. I'm good.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm really fine. Like, I'm really good.
God, what a disappointment. But I'll take the champagne vending machine.
I did have a great time. And I really wish, I kind of wish that I'd been a little more, relaxed and gone. One of my friends after the Balenciaga party, there was a party at Zero Bond, which is a fabulous members only club in New York. Like, I kind of wish I'd gone out with them because they were like, come, like, come to Balenciaga, we'll go out. I'm like, no, I have to be up in 4 hours.
Yes, that is valid.
I should have stayed out all night because, like, it's not going to happen for another year. Next year I will stay out all night and I'm taking Tuesday off because I'm not going to be invited to the gala anytime soon. So I may as well take advantage of all the parties. But it was one of the cooler nights of my life, just to be, to be personally invited to like the official one. It was really, really cool. It was mind blowing, and it was really fun.
And I was 80% happy for you because I had to go home.
You did, but you know what? It was so cool. It was so cool.
Your outfit was on point. Duh.
Yeah, I wore that, a turtleneck with some chains, my Balmain jacket, some really fabulous new burgundy dress pants, my little Gucci loafers. I was set.
Okay, amazing. So your outfit was on point. Duh. Your hair had glitter hairspray in it. It was great.
I did have glitter hairspray on. I did.
And let's get the ultimate question answered. Was there a gift bag?
Of course there was.
What was in it? I'm sorry. What are you leaving for me?
Nothing. Because it was like, well, also Tiva was a sponsor. So they kept trying to give us shoes. I'm like, I don't know.
Ew, no.
But whatever. Listen, they had some cool stuff. It was actually kind of cute. They had Barbara Sturm, which we love a skincare moment.
Yes.
I love skincare. I'm a skincare whore.
Okay, well, that's mine. So you can go ahead and put that on my sink. Next.
Oh, I already opened it all. I'm using it all.
What else?
My skin is revolting. Some like Laquan Smith for Puma stuff. Some tequila, it was good. It was nice. It wasn't the best gift bag I've ever received, but I mean, again, the party was pretty fucking incredible. So like, I was fine with that.
Okay. Well, I expect some goodies when I get back.
I mean, I'll leave you the Puma goodies. I've started using all the skincare because my skin was in such shit shape this morning. I was like, I looked at my skin and I was like, holy shit, this can't be me. It's like, I look like a dead person.
Listen, Nolan, you're on the hit list now. I mean, what do you expect?
I'm on the VIP list.
You're the VVIP. You're the VIP of the VIPs.
Which I didn't know. I was very confused about this.
Listen, now, and when you know better, you do better. That's what I always say.
Right? Which means my life better get better.
It is. It is. I mean, this is a great recap. I mean, we talked about who we loved, who we didn't love. This was, you're a little salty about, people not staying on theme, but you are a rule follower. Let's keep it real. You're a rule follower. You like to, do what you were asked. You like to wear your mask. Did anybody have to wear a mask last night?
Oh God, no.
Okay. All right, good. It was outside.
It was outside.
Outside.
I mean, the section I was in, because it was VVIP, was not that packed.
I hope everyone was waxed and vaxxed.
Oh, for sure. It was 100% a vaxxed and waxed situation.
Did they check your vaccine card?
Yes.
Very good. Very good. You wear it proudly.
Yeah.
That would have been an amazing dress of a whole dress of vaccine cards. That would have been fucking epic. I'm surprised COVID did not come up at the Met Gala as far as, dresses are concerned. I'm surprised no one wore a coronavirus dress, to be honest. Well, thank you for the update. It was great. And again, I'm 80% happy for you that you went to the party without me. It was amazing.
I mean, it was very exciting. I mean, they didn't even, I asked to bring a date and they're like, no.
They're like, we're all set.
They're like, no. I'm like, okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
Saw your picture on Instagram. That was amazing. I'm sure you got some great content, some great
I did
pics.
get a lot of content. I had a lot of fun. It was just a great night. It was
excellent.
It was the best night ever. It was so much fun.
It was the best night ever.com without
It was the perfect way to close out Fashion Week. It really was,
That was great. Well, I'm so glad you had fun. This was an amazing recap. Thank you for going to the party and reporting for the Fashion Crimes podcast. I'm glad you got a good gift bag. Glad you got some good tequila and you were out till 4 a.m. I mean, that was a productive evening.
It was very productive, right?
It was very productive. Did you work on your mental health? No.
In fact, I might have done the opposite, but you know what? It's not important.
Also, no, sorry, that's a funny TikTok video. Okay, this has been amazing. Met Gala recap with your favorite celebrity stylist, Mr. Nolan Meter, my bestie, my rock. My name is Holly Cates. If you want more information about the Met Gala and the pictures that we liked and the dresses that we loved and didn't love, it's going to be all over our Instagram, all over our stories. Check us out. Leave us your email, please, so you can become a fashion insider. You get all the exclusive content first before anyone else. You are going to be part of our fashion posse. We love you. Thank you for listening. This has been Fashion Crimes Podcast, and we are out.